Welcome to the next matchup between the Utah Valley Wolverines and Western Washington. I'm Caleb Pomar, your play commentator, along with Scott Finger here on color. Thanks, we're glad to have you guys here. Play has started, and now we have a shot from the Wolverines early in the period. Secondary shot again, but it goes wide. Now we have Tyler Keston down in the corner. Keston battling on the boards. And puck still is there, but it looks like Western Washington's going to get out with it. They try and get it free, and they do. Western Washington now on the offensive, looking for an odd man rush. So, and a nice pass, but a missed shot. Now we have Western Washington coming in. Western Washington looking to second the point. They do. Set it down deep. Western Washington down in the corner. Looking for an opportunity. Sent to the opposite point. Shot in, but it's blocked off a shin guard. Goes back out into neutral ice. Robeson for Western Washington tries to flip it in, but it's off a UVU skate. UVU intercepts, and now in the offensive third, Nick Guthrie trying to go for it. Now Western Washington coming back out with it. Now we have Andrew Piper trying to keep it in, but it looks like it's flagged down by the referee.
Looks like we got some of our players back tonight. It's nice to have Joel Clark back in the lineup, who was well missed over the last few games.
We have. Joel has been suffering from a herniated disc, and he's been unable to play. We're glad to see him back today. Michael Gerke tries to lead the face-off, and he does, but in the scramble, he doesn't retain possession. Now we have Devin Wood going for it. Now coming Western Washington on the foul. Or not on the attack. Shot in, led by Palmer. We are 2 minutes into the period, and it's already been a pretty action-packed period, Scott. We're glad to see you.
Nice after that. I don't know what to call it.
The loss on Thursday, absolutely.
Well, we have a lot of guys who come through that back injury. But it is nice to have Joel back tonight from that back injury.
Absolutely, and now we have battle along the boards. Shift over to the outside point, shot in the slot, but it's deflected off a skate. Now we have Owen Peterson sending it back up, but it's intercepted by Western Washington to neutral ice. As they look to move up, they send it deep. Now we have Lennon Palmer electing to play it. Back for Owen Peterson. Peterson flips it up to Wood. Wood can't catch it, but it comes back out. Western Washington now regroups in their own zone. Looking to break out. They send it up. Pass is missed, and it ends up right on the stick of Palmer. Palmer sends a
shot on that, huh?
Yeah, it does count. Jeff Dubinsky, who was also out early last game for an injury, is now back. Glad to see him. Wolverines dump it back into the zone. Western Washington looking for a breakout pass. They send it. It's caught. Now with an opportunity for Western Washington. A one-on-one situation. Now 1-on-2. Good defense.
They are playing good D, aren't they?
Definitely glad to see that.
Collapsing on the puck.
I'm glad for that. Now the faceoff will be outside the Wolverine zone. Wolverines will have a chance to regroup. But like you're saying, Scott, they are. They're playing a lot better defense. They're playing like they're focused. They're coming up and they're looking a lot like they were at the end of the game last night. Looks like it's carried over into today.
I just think the first game was a Thursday night.
Yes.
They just, they got down and it was really difficult for them to get their spirits back. Just went down. Last night, there was nowhere to go but up.
Absolutely, and now we have a Wolverines opportunity. Logan Hill was trying to bring it in, but he can't. And now another counterattack from Western Washington, odd man rush. Good stick defense by number 23, Joel Clark.
Well, that's giving up the body, isn't it?
Yeah. And the man, like, on his injured back playing, he's got a real heart. We're really glad to have him. There's Clark, who likes to leave it for Alex Main. Looks like that was almost offside, Scott.
He is offside. He needs to come back.
There we go. Nice, so the referee could have his hand up. Okay, this tweaks back out to neutral ice. And Western Washington, they're doing so well on those odd man rushes and on those counterattacks. Well, the Wolverines are definitely going to have to watch out going for this game, because that's where Western Washington is going to provide most of their pressure, it seems.
Goaltending is certainly improved over the past 2 days.
Absolutely. Landon Palmer was in his first collegiate game last game, and now he's looking a lot more comfortable.
Absolutely. Looks very good. And he looked really good last night. I was impressed with his play.
Yeah. Obviously, he led us to a 5-4 win over Williston State. So now puck remains in the Wolverine zone, but it's picked off by the Wolverines in the slot. Looks like there we have number 27, Noah Finger, sending it up for his offensive.
I know that.
All right, now the puck is out of play, and there will be a face-off just outside the Wolverine zone. As now we have Trevor Fisher, assistant captain, to take the face-off. Drops, and Fisher wins the face-off back to his D-man, but doesn't get enough on it. However, they do pick it back up. Now we have play is flagged down. Looks like it's going to be a tripping call against UVU. Noah Finger. I didn't see that, Scott. Did you see what happened?
It's disappointing, and I didn't see it. I just did not see it.
Well, it looks like that'll be an early penalty kill for the Wolverines with 15 minutes and 27 seconds left to play. Trevor Fisher remains out.
Difficult calls at times because they're all poking at it and they're all got their feet moving. And just a stick gets in between somebody's skates and down it goes. And the next thing you know, you're sitting there box.
Yeah, now the Wolverines have had plenty of opportunities to practice their penalty kill over the season. We're hoping that they can maintain the energy now. Peterson tries to send it up. Peterson in front, giving a hard time, and a goal. There's not opportunity, but you saw it. They were buzzing in front of the net, right off from the face-off.
Backhand top shelf on that.
He said it was a good shot. And this is going to prove to be an interesting game, Scott, because Western Washington obviously have taken, a lot of pressure, and they're giving it back. So it'll be up to UVU to continue and maintain the pace of this game. Full strength now as Michael Gerke looks to take the face-off alongside his right wing, Devin Wood.
Well, if they could strike back right away, that would really put us right back in things. Like they would get down. Right after.
Looks like Peterson there. Looking to show Western Washington that they are not to be pushed around. Now we have Peterson going into the corner. Check again. Puck gets off the net though. And now we have Western Washington sending it deep into the corner as they retain possession. Looks like the puck is kind of loose. Peterson again being very physical there on the corner. Doing a great job. Now the puck is stopped, stagnant. So the refs will whistle unless there's some movement. And it comes back out. Looks like Andrew Piper sends it around the wing, around the boards. Shot in. Peterson now with it, sends it up to Brandon Stewart. Brandon Stewart now poke checked. The puck comes back out, and now we have Dubinsky sending it back. Tries to clear, and he does. Wolverines will have a chance to regroup. Now Gerke sends it to his defense. Tyler Keston. Keston looking for a breakout pass, sends it to Wood. Wood can't handle it. Now comes back to Western Washington looking to attack. Try to send it in, but he doesn't. But it does that squeak into the UVU zone. Keston now sending it up. Joel Clark coming on, trying to center it. Does, but it floods. Now Western Washington looking for a counterattack. Coming back, not an odd man rush.
Around.
Good work by the defense there. UVU looking good in this first period. Alex Main now bringing it up the left side. Main tries to go and avoid the referee, but gets checked into the boards. Western Washington sends it around the rim. Western Washington tries to send it out, and it does. It goes. Looks like that'll be icing in favor of the Wolverines.
They have to call out the trailing D, because we almost got the puck taken from us right over the line.
Yeah.
Heads down in, and no one's calling those out, so that's something they really need to work on. Trailing D.
And I'm sure the coaches will see that, and they'll comment to the players. All right, and now the Wolverines win the face-off. Alex Main looks to send it in. Joel Clark down in the boards. He gets checked.
That's a nice shot there.
Good job by Keston to take that shot from the point, but it looks like Western Washington's going to get it, and they try to send it into neutralize. But pressure from Maine. Good work to recover the puck. So Wolverines look to break it out again. They do. Now Logan Hill coming up the right side. Hill in alone. Shot, and it goes wide. Goes back up to the point. Not quite, though. Fisher now battling with it. Good job by Stewart. Stewart bringing it. He has it around the net. Tries to center it. Just off on the pass. Keston's down deep. Tries to send it to his teammate, but it's picked up by Western Washington as they begin their breakout. Western Washington sends it up, and it's going to be a 1-on-2 situation. Noah Finger, good job, keeps it off the puck. Shot in, Landon Palmer gloves it.
That's some nice goaltending right there.
Wow.
Kind of inside out of that glove to catch that.
And that's what I was saying, like, I can see a palpable difference between Landon this game and Landon last game.
Absolutely.
12 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the first period, with Trevor Fisher to take the draw. It's won by Western Washington. Number 3 for Western Washington just elects to send it in, and it's down deep. Noah Finger goes behind the net. Nice quick wraparound attempt. Looks like Piper coming in and some extracurriculars after the whistle.
This is where we need to calm ourselves after the play is over, and not like Western Washington may take a penalty here. We don't need to retaliate and take another penalty on that, which puts us on the power play.
Yeah. Well, and that's what we struggled with all season, Scott, is that retaliation.
Absolutely.
And many times we're like, we have coincidental minors where if we would stop, we would be on the power play. Fortunately, it looks like nothing happened. There's no penalties for either team.
I'm surprised he didn't bust him, because that was a blow to the face.
It was. All right, now it goes back to Western Washington. Western Washington trying to keep it in the corner there. Sends it back out in the slot. Backhand shot. And nobody knows where it is. It looks like it goes behind. It almost looks like somebody hit it baseball style straight into the net.
Down right behind the goalie. Roll down his back into the net.
That was a dangerous situation.
Yep.
Trevor Fisher tries to win the draw. Western Washington wins it. They have it back in that corner. Rim it around. Looks like Koopman's going to get to it first. Sends it back. Now we have Trevor Fisher coming around the net, looking to get it and break out. He skates under pressure.
There we go.
Good work. Nice wheels. Now we have Western Washington.
We haven't been doing enough of skating the puck out of the zone. We're trying to pass out of the zone. We're trying to cross ice pass. It just doesn't seem to be working a lot.
Well, now we have the puck behind the net. Puck is sent out as Western Washington now in open ice as they skate towards the UVU zone. They enter in a 2-on-2 situation. Shot goes behind the net. Good collapse defense by UVU. However, they can't keep the puck off the stick. Now it's in the corner. Attempted hit, but Western Washington sends it over to their other point. Point shot in off a stick. They're down the corner. Try to center it. Not enough juice on it. Good work by the UVU defense. Now we have Nick Guthrie tries to send it up, and nobody's there, and shot in from the point. It goes wide, and rims around to the other point. They'll keep it in. Western Washington, looking for a clear path, sends it down. And there they have it in the corner. Try to center it. It's off a skate. Nobody knows where it is, and in the miscommunication, Western Washington almost gets another opportunity. Good job and good poise by UVU to be able to send it out, not make a panic decision.
Full change there, too. All 5 fresh.
It's sent in, and that's icing against Western Washington. Face-off is at center ice as now Michael Gerke looks to take the face-off. He wins it. It's back to the Wolverines. Wolverines try to punch it ahead, but it's caught by Western Washington. Western Washington coming in. They bring it around the corner, trying to go behind the net. Good check by Gerke to keep him off the puck.
Rubbed him out really well. Just right off the puck.
Stewart tries to get it out, but it goes to the point.
Now here's where we can skate.
Jeff Dubinsky there in the corner, battling alongside his teammate. Looks like they'll get another Vikings player as well. Battle continues. Michael Gerke in the assist. Gerke's trying to push it out as he does.
They got it out of the zone, which is nice. They're going for a change.
Looks like Peterson now with time. They were offside, so Wolverines will have a chance to break out. Hurried decision. It's turned right back over to Western Washington. Good job to keep it in, though, and now looks like the Wolverines are going to have an opportunity here. Nice moves and shot, but
that was a nice move. He skated between 4 different players.
Could have gotten that full shot up, and it looks like Peterson checked himself almost.
Those words were coming out of my mouth as you said that.
Now Stewart there on the far board. Send it Clark. Clark coming in.
Clear ice ahead of him, too.
Signers it
Nice
over.
pass.
Oh, but he can't handle
Nice
it.
pass.
Great job by Clark.
Backhand side, too.
Looks like the referee has his hand up. Looks like it's going to be a penalty against Western Washington. Wolverines will be on the power play. Palmer comes out. There we have Alex Main trying to center it, but they control, and the UVU will now go on the power play with 9 minutes left.
Another tripping call here. Okay.
We'll take it. I like
Let's go man up here.
the energy's been good so far, Scott, and so I look forward to them setting up on the power play. Clark stretching his back.
Stretching his back, yeah. You know, he is a one gutsy kid, I gotta tell you. He's in pain yesterday when I was talking to him. He's out there tonight because, you know what, I think he knows that we need him.
And he does, and I've had multiple conversations with him, and he really wants to. He loves this team. He wants to see it succeed, and he's doing all he can. He's laying his body out, laying everything on the rink. Back to Keston. Keston over to Jansen Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt back to Keston. Keston looks, passes it to the corner, sent back, shot from the slot, and it goes wide.
That's nice puck movement.
Keston, now from the point, shot in. It's gloved down by the Western Washington goalie.
Easy down there, fellas. Easy down there. We're on the power play.
But like you said, Scott, that was some great puck movement from the Wolverines early on in the power play.
It's nice to see. It really is. To where a lot of times it's one pass, one shot, one pass, one shot. They moved it around the box really well. It's notable.
Clark there to take the face-off. He wins it back to Keston. Keston over to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt skates in. Pass is missed, and it goes out. Western Washington looking to clear. They get it outside the zone. They don't retain possession. However, now we have Jansen Eisenstadt going back. One chasing. Palmer, miscommunication. Alex Main now with the puck deep in the zone, sends it to Keston. Keston tries to send it to Clark, but Clark doesn't catch it. Western Washington back in their own zone with a minute and 15 seconds left on the penalty.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time to get something moving.
Palmer tries to stop the puck, but he can't. Now Eisenstadt behind the net.
Also watch good for a change.
Eisenstadt sends it back up. Pass is fortunately caught. Now they enter the zone as they look to set up the cycle. Shift it over to Fisher on the point. Fisher back to Finger. Fisher to Finger. Finger inside the high slot. Sends it over to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt.
To the top.
Now we have Finger looking.
This is good puck movement. Waiting for an open lane.
It's stripped by Western Washington. It's sent behind their own net, but good job by the Wolverines to keep it. It's back to Fisher in the corner. To Finger. Finger to Eisenstadt, or Keston rather.
Gonna have to take a shot here soon.
Now 24 seconds left in the power play. Fisher to Finger. Finger winds up, shot, but it's off of his shin guard. You can tell that hurt. Player's down.
But the puck rained in the zone too.
Hill there, but in the middle of a change, shot off another skate. It's sent out. 5 seconds left. Looks like that'll be a call. Did you see what that was, Scott? I don't know. I wouldn't put it past them. I've seen weirder things.
They may have had too many men on because that injured player was coming off.
Oh,
I
right.
don't think he made it off in time. See, they're forcing somebody to go back onto the ice.
That's true.
6 players on the ice line.
And it looks
They
like
are
you're
going in. I
correct.
think it's too many men.
Good call. Now Wolverines will have another chance on the power play with 7 minutes left. Unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunate for the injured player, but fortunate for the Wolverines.
When I was watching it, he was trying to get off, and he wasn't moving very fast, and somebody jumped off the bench. Puck was cleared. Now, he would have been okay if the puck was staying in the zone.
Yeah.
The puck cleared right by him as he was going. A fresh penalty. Fresh power play.
Mick Guthrie tries to skate around, but he gets checked in open ice. Pass to Koopman is missed. Western Washington brings it back into their own zone as they look to control. Western Washington tries to send it up to the neutral zone. They do. It's dumped into the Wolverine zone. Now we have Palmer behind the net. Palmer handling it, waiting for Finger to pick it up. Finger moves behind the net as they look to break out. Koopman sends it over to Piper. Piper skating it in. Piper looking for a shot. He sends it in off a shin pad. It's dumped in by Mick Guthrie. Guthrie chasing it now alongside Fisher. Fisher sends it up to Piper at the point. Piper shoots it wide, goes to the other point. Now we have Koopman on the point. Koopman to Finger. Finger past to Piper. Minute left in the penalty. Piper brings it over, but just caught by a stick. And now they're going to have an odd man rush. Bad bounce. But
pass behind him. They had two on none.
That's a very fortunate bounce. Now we have Piper sending it down to Finger. Finger has it behind the net with 30 seconds left in the penalty. Wolverines looking to set up for a last push. Owen Peterson skating it up. Skates through a check and Superman's into the zone. Hit again. Gets up.
2 checks.
Good job. And now we have Joel Clark sending it in, and it almost deflects into the goalie.
That's into the net. Face off down in our zone.
Good secondary efforts by Peterson and by the whole team to keep it in. 9 seconds left on the penalty. It'd be too many men on the ice. 5 minutes left to go. You know, the interesting thing is the shot differential is not what I expect. Western Washington is up 8 shots to Wolverines 3, but in terms of puck control, it looks like they're pretty even.
There's no question about that. It's hard to understand why we weren't taking shots on that power play. I think they were looking for too many open lanes. Sometimes if we just throw the puck at the net, the rebound effect really helps us. And we scored a number of goals like that this season.
All right, now to Logan Hill.
Like I say, if you throw the puck at the net, good things will happen.
Absolutely. Now Peterson going back again, trying to hit, and he hits the other player. Good job, and now it's sent up to the point as Wolverines look to break out. Clark with it. Now an open ice. He's going for it.
Beautiful move.
Oh, shot, but it's just off a shin guard. Good play by Clark. Logan Hill keeps it in.
Did we keep that in play?
Yeah, Keston did. Great job.
Very nice. That's a high touch.
Looks like referees won't call it, though, and it ends up back in the Wolverine zone as Clark, or actually Dubinsky, rather. Dubinsky skating it up.
Nice.
He's looking for open ice. Good job. He sends it up, but it's picked off by Western Washington. Western Washington looking to counterattack. Skates through, poke check. Ooh, and Keston is dumped mid-ice.
Dumped is a great analogy for that.
All right.
Right on his behind.
Western Washington in the corner. They send it up higher.
So that is stick as well. But he's playing good deep without a stick. On his belly, trying to block. Here we go.
Good job by the Wolverines to catch it. Now they go and they try to skate out. Alex Main coming in alongside Clark. Clark shot in right into the goalie. But good effort by the Wolverines. Wolverines are now off the power play with 4 minutes left to go in the first period of regulation.
Still a lot of time left in this period.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we have Brandon Stewart.
Let's make pass.
Looks like it'll be another face-off inside the Western Washington zone. Michael Gerke out to take the face-off. Gerke wins it, and it's back to the point. Jansen Eisenstadt shot in off a skate. Now Western Washington trying to break it out, and they do. It's out of the zone. They like to dump it deep. Now Keston tries to send it up for Wood. Wood can't catch it. Good job by Michael Gerke to get it out of the zone. Palmer touches it as Eisenstadt sends it back
We
to
got clear
Keston.
ice on this side. We should skate a bit.
Like you said, Scott. And unfortunately, look at a pass like that, and now Western Washington.
Oh,
and almost
cross ice, and it was intercepted.
Keston almost deflected it into
That was a nice
his own goal.
knockdown on that pass.
But good job by Palmer. Palmer gloves it.
Very nice.
This has been a very fast-paced game. It's one of the fastest-paced games I've seen in a while from the Wolverines, and it's good to see them out.
And nice that we're keeping up with it. You know, sometimes we get that Well, I'm slowing down a little because we have been moving so fast, but they're staying right with them.
Fisher to take the draw. Looks like Western Washington comes out with it, but it comes off a skate. Or off the body, rather. Now Noah Finger skating it up. He likes to dump it in. Piper chasing. Goes behind the net alongside Mick Guthrie. Guthrie trying to get it. Piper with it. Goes back behind the net, though, out to the point. Noah Finger dumps it back in, but it's caught. Koopman now tries to send it over. Passes missed to Piper as Piper goes down in. Trying to get it in the corner. Sent it to the point, but it squeaks out. Noah Finger to chase it back. He's got 2 on. Finger, intercepted pass. Western Washington goes in, tries to center it. Lucky missed pass for the Wolverines. Guthrie misses the puck. And now Fisher looking to recompose the team. Getting their composure back. It's bounced high off the glass and down as Koopman tries to get it along with Guthrie. Koopman does. He has it on his stick. Oh, and he misses it, but it looks like...
he left it. Got to take that with you, son.
Now Henderson for the Vikings. Shot in. It's wide. Goes all the way back to the Western Washington zone. And Wolverines elect for a change.
Getting an offensive change, all fresh legs.
Good job checking the middle ice, but Alex...
Basically an elbow there.
Yeah, looks like he went down hard. But at least the Wolverines keep it in the zone. However, good check. Now Alex Main looking to send it back behind the net for his D partner. Oh, Peterson can't grab it. Western Washington, defensive breakdown by the Wolverines.
Wow.
Sent over to the opposite point. Shot in. Good job by the defense there.
It was there.
Clark was actually
understand what was going on over there against the boards. Like a kick right back to the Western Washington.
It was an unfortunate play, and you saw it. Gave Western Washington a good opportunity. 1 minute and 18 left to play in the first period of regulation. Maine to take the draw. Maine, well, and it's won by Western Washington. Western Washington at the point. They dump it down. It's caught behind the net. Western Washington looks to center it. Good job to stop the pass.
Put the pressure on behind the net.
All right, Hoffman sent it over to his D partner. Shot. Oh, and one-timer is missed. It was a good opportunity, but poor execution. Now it's dumped in for the Wolverines, and Logan Hill can't handle it. Joel Clark now tries to get back to Maine. Maine sends it up to Clark. Clark can't handle it. Now Western Washington looking for a break. They don't get it. Good job by Logan Hill to send it in. Hill going for the check rather than the puck. Clark trying to do his part. Western Washington now looking for an easy break. They dump it over. Hill picks it up mid-ice. Hill now in neutral ice, but he's mobbed by 2 other players.
He doesn't look himself tonight, does he?
He doesn't. Hill is one of the most physical players on this team. He's in defensively and offensively. And
that stick is always moving. It's always doing something. And it just seems that, I don't know if he's got the puck. Here we go, maybe a breakaway.
Good job, Stewart now. Looking, he doesn't have any help though. Picked off by Western Washington. Stewart tries to check him into the boards.
5 seconds.
It was a good last opportunity for the Wolverines as the first period of regulation ends. Thanks for joining us. The score remains 1-0 in favor of the Vikings with 10 shots for Western Washington to UVU's 4.
And you know what? We really stayed out of the box that period, which is a nice thing.
Yeah.
So they're working on that. Very good. I'm pleasantly surprised.
And if the Wolverines can carry this momentum and carry this discipline through the next 2 periods, we're going to have a solid game for the Wolverines.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that, because that was a solid first period. No question about it.
Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll catch you guys after the intermission. Thanks for joining us. welcome back as we begin the second period of play. I'm Caleb Pomar alongside Scott Finger.
Thank you. Nice to be here again. Always like coming up here.
And now that we have an opportunity again for the Wolverines to come back, they're down by 1 goal at the beginning of the second. 10 shots for Western Washington and 4 for the Utah Valley Wolverines. But the Wolverines are looking good. They've been putting in good pressure, and they're looking to capitalize on that momentum. As now they send out their top line, or rather the second line with Alex Main centering, alongside Logan Hill on his left and Devin Wood on his right. Face-off is won by Western Washington. It goes back into their zone. Western Washington now slowing down. Good defense. Good opportunity for the Wolverines early in the period. Secondary rebounds. Eisenstadt now up at the point looking for a shot. Shot in. And it looks like Western Washington trying to get away.
Shots. Here we go. That's what we want to see, is them attacking the net like that.
Everyone, they were hungry. You could see it in all the players' eyes. Well, metaphorically, because they were definitely doing their part. Now we have Western Washington trying to pick it up, but it looks like Eisenstadt comes up with it.
You certainly see it in their sticks on that shield, that was for sure.
Now we have Western Washington
slapping and banging at everything available. Here we go.
And now another opportunity is Brandon Stewart coming in. Shot in, goes wide. Alex Main now behind the net, tries to center it, but nobody there. Picked up by Western Washington, but good job by number 17 Jansen Eisenstadt to stop them coming straight up the middle. Alex Main now looking back as he resets. Main dumps it back, but nobody there to pick up the pass.
The backhand no look to the opposing team.
It's a killer.
Cut down on those, that's for sure.
And now looks like the faceoff will be just outside the Wolverine zone.
All right, fresh legs on the ice. Face off in the neutral section.
Looks like Piper looked like he was going to take the center position there for a second, but Trevor Fisher is now there to take the face off.
It looked like he wanted to do it, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Fisher alongside Guthrie.
He's a powerful little package, man. I got to tell you. Like, if I saw him skating at me full speed, I'd want to get out of the way. He hits you low and hard, man. Take you right out.
Absolutely. Looks like the referee was checking the net, but now they're ready to start play again.
All right, all the chit-chat is over. I think we're going to get a puck drop.
And Fisher retakes the circle. It's dropped, and the draw is won by Fisher. Back to Finger. Finger on the far boards. Brings it around, sends it over to his deep partner, Piper. Piper sends it back up to Guthrie. Guthrie can't catch it, and Western Washington now dumps it deep. Finger chasing. Good job. And now he has it against the boards. Tries to get it out. Can't. Now Andrew Piper trying to get it. Western Washington by Koopman. And Andrew Piper brings it into the zone. Flips it over to Guthrie, but it's intercepted. And now Western Washington with control of the puck.
Cross ice.
2 missed passes, and now Piper.
No touch icing. Oh, he had to wave it off. That puck stopped dead. There's something on the ice right there.
Yeah, I was going to say, it must be a puddle or something, because out of nowhere.
It stopped dead.
And now Western Washington tries to send it back up. Peterson tries to pick it up, but Finger now. And it looks like he was almost off sides, but he rings it around. Peterson now pick it up. And now it's on the far boards. Good check.
That was. Drops it right back into the zone.
Good job by Jeff Dubinsky there.
And
now
we're
Devin Wood.
Skating to the puck. You know, we're not waiting for the puck.
And that's the key. Like you said, that's one thing that we've seen in other games where we are waiting. And no, the Wolverines are definitely turning things around, creating good habits, skating, playing hard, playing hungry.
We start making those passes and we get hitting tape to tape, we're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Now, faceoff is won by... It looks like Michael Gerke almost came out with it, but Western Washington has it now. They send it right in front of the net. Dangerous proposition. Peterson now keeps it in, dumps it in for his teammate. It's Mick Guthrie, I believe, on the left-hand side. Comes in, battles with the stick. Wood can't settle it, but now we have Dubinsky shot in, and another opportunity! Incredible save by the Western Washington goalie.
That was an incredible save.
Dubinsky can't keep it in, but he likes to dump it down as everyone comes back in, tags up.
Wow, he had the whole left side of that net open for just a second.
Oh,
Slid right back over.
now as Alex Main brings it around with time. Oh, almost loses it. Yeah, I think that it looks like there may be a little more water down than we're expecting because that puck stopped again.
It's true.
Jeff Dubinsky now trying to catch it, but Western Washington blocks him out.
Good for us or bad for us? We didn't get an icing call and
almost lost the puck.
We lost the puck there, but I think the same goes for them if they're skating it through there.
All right, now we have Joel Clark trying to send it up for a team man. Nobody's there. Hill with the check.
That's the Mr. Hill I've come to know and admire. Here we go.
Another opportunity now as Alex Main falls down. Not a trip. Looks like he just caught an edge.
That ice is slippery out there.
Now we have Western Washington coming back.
That's good. Very nice.
All right, it's dumped down as Palmer looks to stop the puck.
Time. Here we go.
Now Tyler Keston skating it up. He is.
That thing.
He's going up. He goes for a pass. Hard, but it's caught.
Nobody there.
Miscue. We've been saying that. Now it's sent up by Joel Clark to Keston. Keston can't handle it. Looks like no icing, though, since it was just above the midline.
That was a hook.
Now we're having another opportunity for the Wolverines down in the corner.
Very nice,
They
very
look.
nice.
Good move. Look to send it up. Nobody there at the point to catch it, though. Good stick check by Maine to prevent another breakaway. And it squirts back out. There comes Guthrie. Guthrie coming in, but it's picked up by Western Washington again.
I think he saw 4 black sweaters right there.
Now Guthrie coming in again, trying to apply pressure. Comes out. It's dumped deep into the zone. Now Palmer.
Yeah.
Palmer having it behind the net. Swings it back down. Now we have Koopman. Koopman tries to send it ahead, and he does, but it looks like Western Washington keeps it back in as they skate in for another opportunity. Good job by Keston to drive him to the corner. Peterson coming in, sends it up. Guthrie now. Guthrie handling it and tries to send it back.
Right back behind the net.
Not enough, but Keston gets to it.
That clears that. It's going to go all the way down.
And icing, like you said, icing against the Wolverines. Now the opportunity for Wolverines to... This is a key opportunity where they need to win their face-offs. We've seen it, and they've been definitely better this game than in the past. But face-offs has been something the Wolverines have needed to work on for a while.
They absolutely need to work on it. Win that draw, take it, and move that puck.
Trevor Fisher to take the draw.
Just like that. There we go.
Good
You
job.
asked for it, and you get it. Look at that.
Now Koopman sends it up, and it goes into the attacking zone for the Wolverines. Now Koopman with it again. Fisher. Fisher tries to handle it, but doesn't have enough room. Fisher sends it back up. Piper sends it in, goes behind the net.
Here. Point man.
Now we have no Finger sending it in. Finger to Fisher. Fisher trying to center it, but he can't. He sends it looking to the point, but it's guarded. Fisher just elects to send it back down, but it's caught by a Western Washington player.
Well, he's got
sent in again.
2 white sweaters wide open on this side of the ice.
Now we have Western Washington looking to break it out. They have some time, but good effort by... And it's kept in by Noah Finger. Or, no, it's rather on the boards. Finger trying to keep it in. He does. Sends it back down. Picked up by Western Washington, but they're forced to regroup. As they look to leave the zone, they send it. Almost caught. Good job by Finger to catch that. As now he brings it back. Sends it over across ice. Piper sends it up. Caught. As the Wolverines begin their attack. Devin Wood loses an edge a little bit and elects to just send it down. Finger keeps it in. Now in the center. Tries to dump it out.
Pass.
Josh shot by Gerke. Almost. It goes
wide.
That
was a good look on that pass, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Great job by the Wolverines there. Certainly buzzing around the net.
Come on,
now we have
look at the points now.
Stewart looking. Sends it up to Piper. Piper sends it back down.
All the way around.
Now Finger dumps it down, but it's picked up by Western Washington as they come out. They look to get an odd-man rush.
And they got it.
Unfortunately, as they do, but it looks like Gerke's back to help. Gerke with a stick check just over the net. Nice backhand shot. Now Stewart tries to keep it out, and he does. The miscue is the puck is just sitting there. And now we have Western Washington entering the neutral zone. Missed pass, and it goes deep into the Wolverine zone.
Contact down here. Oop.
Looks like it's close. The rest
was almost a meeting of the minds there. They were both going in rather rapidly.
12 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second period of regulation. UVU is definitely up their shots now at 8.
Their D is definitely picked up in this game. No question about it.
Alex Main to take the draw alongside Logan Hill and Joel Clark. Sends it back to Owen Peterson. Peterson winds up and shot, flubs, and it's up. Now Western Washington sends it up. It's called by Peterson again, but he loses it at his feet. And now Western Washington almost with an opportunity, but good job by the defense. Jeff Dubinsky to send it back out. Western Washington in their own zone. Good. Great job. Logan Hill, like you said.
That's the Logan Hill we've all come to know. His feet are now moving. His stick is moving. Seems to got maybe his first win, because I wouldn't say he had a first win before going for a second. Here we go. That was a nice pass.
Joe Clark sends it up as now Alex Main carries it in, dumps it back. Looks like it's Hill down to Main. Main battling along the boards alongside a few other Wolverines and Black and Vikings jerseys. Squeaks out, center to the point.
Right, easy.
Looks like Joel Clark coming out with it, or Alex Main. Peterson, shot, it goes wide.
All right, come on, pick that back up.
Nobody up at the point to catch it though, and now
that's where they've got to rotate.
All right, Jeff Dubinsky sends it up to Clark. Clark brings it into the zone. Clark puts on the brakes, tries to center it, but it's intercepted. And in the scramble, it's sent down deep.
Peterson took 3 out on that hit.
Now it's sent back Western Washington as they dump it up. Peterson can't catch it, but it looks like it'll be down. Icing is waved off since it went through the feet of Peterson. Peterson now sends it up to Main. Main catches it, but he has dumped it.
That was an absolute elbow.
And Main took a nasty hit last night as well.
In the exact same spot.
Looks like the near boards are not being kind to Alex Main.
All right, back on the power play.
Charging is the call. Or boarding, rather. We're almost halfway over.
Why is the puck coming all the way down here when the foul was down there?
Because it's the power play. Since we're on the power play, we get to be able to be in the offensive zone.
See,
Eisenstadt shot. But it's blocked. Good defense by Western Washington, laying down the body. You can tell he was hurt by that one, though. Limping a little bit after the play. Eisenstadt now looking to quarterback the power play. Sends it over the other side. Fisher catches it. So now they regroup. Eisenstadt trying to skate it up. He does. He brings it into the zone. Tries to send it over. Flubs on the pass. Nice opportunity by Mick Guthrie. It's shot, but blocked off the pads of the Western Washington goalie. It's dumped in. And now here's Dean Koopman. Koopman fighting for the puck. Comes out. Good job by Tyler Keston. Keston applying pressure, but now Western Washington coming within. They dump it down deep. A minute left to go in the power play.
We seem to be a little flat-footed in the offensive zone.
And I think it becomes with the beginning of the power play. They didn't necessarily get their rhythm, and now hopefully in the last little bit they can get back. All right, sent up, but unfortunately caught off a skate of Western Washington. Western Washington retaining possession in their zone, and they dump back down.
There we go.
Oh, good job. Looks like that was off the ref.
And now Western in our favor, and we didn't take advantage of it.
Now Western Washington sending it back over. Just biding time, and they dump it down deep.
All the way down.
Looks like somebody's chasing for Western Washington. Now Noah Finger with it. Finger with the puck, dumps it back down. Fisher doesn't catch it, but Piper's there around. Piper comes back around the net with 24 seconds remaining in the penalty. Piper sends it up to nobody. It's off the boards. And Western Washington controls it in their own zone as they look to kill time and dump it down. Good job by Piper to keep it in. And now Logan Hill just misses the pass and goes in down. And it looks like there's a call on the play.
Roughing.
Against Western Washington.
Right back on the power play. A 5-on-3 for 9 seconds, and then right back on the power play.
And this is a great opportunity, like we said, for them to take advantage of the faceoff. And they can win the draw. 9 seconds with 5-on-3 in their zone is a dangerous opportunity for them.
Logan Hill's going to take the draw.
Hill sits there as Noah Fingers on his defense, waiting to get it. But Western Washington wins it and sends it out. Goes deep. Nobody chasing, but that'll kill the 3-on-5. Now, Western Washington is just down a single player.
All right, let's see if he skates.
He does, and he brings it into the zone, but he's just off sides. Alex Main just a step ahead.
Well, he had a head full of steam, didn't he?
That he did. Face-off will be just outside the Viking zone. And now Logan Hill takes the face-off. Hill wins it back. Alex Main handling it, sends it back to Piper. Piper sends it back to Main. Main connects on a pass into the center, and Joel Clark bringing it in. Clark dishes it back to Piper. Piper bringing it in as he enters the zone. Down behind the net as Piper is buzzing, looking for an opportunity. He carries the puck and holds it, sends it back down for Clark. Clark with it, tries to center it, but it's blocked. Clark with an odd angle shot. It's covered up almost, but it's sent down to the point. Finger with it now. Finger sends it down for Piper. Piper.
Right back.
Ring comes back up to the point, sends it down to Piper. Piper on the point, shot in. Good deflection. Wonderful shot.
Nice.
Wonderful deflection.
And
Top
that's
corner.
exactly good puck movement. Good puck movement. All the way around.
Wolverines tie it up with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second period, and the Wolverines take ahead in the shot count too.
You know, he was very patient. He skated back, waited for the open lane, and took his shot right over the glove side.
And you see they've learned from their mistakes because they were, in the last power play, in that opportunity, they waited way too long. I was afraid they were going to do the same thing, but good job on Piper to take and pull the trigger right there, right down the middle.
So we do have good puck movement on the power play. There's no question.
Yeah. And like you said, as we shoot more, especially in high percentage
Another
situations.
penalty. We're right back on the power play. I didn't get the call.
We're going to see it here soon. This again is a testament to UVU. They've stayed cool, relatively cool-headed. Besides the incident in the first period, they haven't retaliated, which has been good. And it's paid off. Now they're going to be on for the third consecutive power play. Or third.
I will say this. There haven't been the hits in this game that there were in the previous two games on Thursday and Friday night.
Absolutely.
Versus Wyoming and Wilson State? Yeah.
Wilson, yes. Draw is won by the
Right back on
Wolverines.
the power play.
Guthrie sends it in, but it's gloved by the Western Washington goalie.
What's the penalty?
I didn't hear what the penalty was, and the ref didn't come over.
Well, Mr. Henderson from Western Washington was not particularly happy about that call.
And you could see it arguing all the way to the box. Now the Wolverines down in the corner, send it up to the point. Point is caught by Noah Finger. Finger sends it over to Peterson. Peterson, or Dubinsky rather. Peterson gets knocked down.
That was an absolute punch there.
And it looks like there's going to be
hand pass.
Looks like Clark taking a breather, stretching his back a little more. Faceoff comes outside the zone with Alex Main to take the draw.
The number one power play line is back in there on the forward side.
Now we have Eisenstadt with it back. Eisenstadt looking to get it to a forward. He circles back as the pressure is too much. Main can't catch it. An unfortunate series of events. Main is down. And now it's back in the Western Washington zone. Western Washington sends it up, but is caught by Keston. Keston sends it back to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt looking to pass it. He sends it back to Keston. Keston now with open ice skating it.
Here we go.
He's doing good, coming through the zone. He looks, looking for a pass. Sends it around to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt on the board waiting for it. He catches it to the point. Eisenstadt looking, dumps it down. Pass isn't caught by Maine, and now it's dumped deep by Western Washington. Unfortunately, Logan Hill loses his balance Western Washington picking it up deep in the Wolverine zone. Washington has it behind the net. And now, looks like there's going to be a penalty called, or
a roughing call.
by Tyler Caston.
In the sin bin for 2. Roughing.
It'll be on 4-on-4 for the next 44 seconds. And then Western Washington will go on a power play.
Which does open up a lot more with the shooting lanes.
And this may be a good opportunity for the Wolverines. They have a good puck movement if they can keep it with 4 people. All right, and it comes out Western Washington now. Sends it over to the other point. Back again. Shot in. It's wide. Noah Finger now with it, handling behind the net. Oh, he's almost runs into another player. Finger with it still. Dumps it back down. Fisher can't get a hold of it, and Western Washington with speed picks up the puck.
He to the puck big time on that.
We tell he wanted it. Now Piper with it in the corner. Piper looking to dump it up, and he does. Unfortunately, it's off. But Guthrie there trying to get it before the icing, and he does. He now has it. Goes for a wraparound attempt. Nobody there to follow up, or they're a little too late.
He had Fisher coming right down Main Street when he wrapped that around.
Now Guthrie going after it. Western Washington, cross-ice pass. So they enter the neutral as the attacking third. Ooh, pass just missed for a backhand opportunity for Western Washington. Western Washington skating it. Shot, weird angle. Fisher.
Where is the... There it is.
There it is. A little train wreck in front of the net.
A lot of bodies flying around there. Okay, we got some fisticuffs going down by the net.
Peterson now. And a goal.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. They were paying more attention to fighting than they were with the puck, and they scored from the opposite side.
An unfortunate lesson for UVU now as they go down 2-1.
They may be looking into goaltender interference here. No?
Refs are skating to center ice, so it looks like they're going to count it as good. Back to 5-on-5 now for the Wolverines. Shots are tied 11-11. And the Wolverines there trying to get it into the zone, but they can't. Check attempt is missed. Clark tries to check as well. Good check by Jeff Dubinsky. Dubinsky hits it up. Now it's on the near boards. Sent in, Landon Palmer. Now Peterson tries to send it up, and he does. And it just squeaks outside the zone. They're offsides, and so the Wolverines will have some time. Oh no, and a disastrous play right there. Sent behind the net, Wolverines recover. Jeff Dubinsky skating it up. Sends it up to Hill. Hill dumps it down. Goes behind the net. Now Hill going for an offensive hit.
When you squeeze back into the zone, and we do.
Keston trying to keep it in, but he can't. And now Western Washington trying to come in with speed. They do. He burns past Joel Clark. Clark doing a good job to stay on him, though.
Turn right around.
Keston tries to send it up, but it's kept in by Western Washington. Good check by Logan Hill to keep him off the puck.
Clears the zone.
Western Washington looking to regroup now. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in regulation.
That'll be icing. Oh!
Looks like it's waved off.
That's about the 4th icing call they've waved down there. That was clearly icing.
It was close, though, as the the other player was there. But now we have, and in a miscue. Almost another shot. Second opportunity. Good job by Michael Gerke to get that out of danger. And it's dumped down. Looks like this is going to be icing against the Wolverines.
This period has moved along very fast.
Oh, absolutely. It's crazy to think how much has happened.
Only 4 minutes left here.
It's been an exciting game.
UVU WWU's goalie and the official are having a little conversation. All right, here we go.
Gerke to take the draw. He wins it back. Keston tries to send it down, but he doesn't get enough on it.
A little miscue there. Here we go.
Send down. Logan Hill carrying it in the neutral zone.
That was
skates
great.
around.
Boy, nice hip.
Carson Hopper sending it down. Western Washington tries to deke around, and they do.
Got some fresh D out on the ice.
Oh, miscue for Western Washington, and now Keston picks it up as they sends it back to Piper. Piper with it. Back to Keston. Keston wheels around. Looking. He sends it back to Piper. Piper doesn't catch it, though. Or Gerke, rather.
Dumps it in.
It's on the near boards. As Carson Hopper tries to keep it in. And it looks like it's going to be a hooking.
Oh, UVU going to go back on the power play, I believe. Yep.
This is a perfect opportunity for UVU to take back that last goal. Score another one with 3 minutes left to play. 3 minutes and 23 seconds left to play in the second period of regulation. Face-off one. Now to Finger. Finger over to Piper. Piper winds up shot.
Whoa.
And that was a beautiful shot. But
it was a nice one-timer off the pass. It really was.
Unfortunately, there was a clear lane for the goalie, and he was able to glove it.
But still, the clear lane for the shooter is a nice thing to have.
That you're right. And it looks like Western Washington carrying with it as they try to get an odd man, try to get a shorthanded chance. Dump it down, goes back behind the net. Ooh, check off the play. Now we have Fisher carrying it up. Fisher looks like he's going to skate it up into the zone, and he does. With a little bit of speed as he goes around. He's looking for a pass. Circles back, goes all the way to the point, sends it over to the other point. Now, and Piper. Piper over to Fisher. Fisher now brings it down. Still on the point. Sneaks down a little bit, winds up. Tries to pass over to Piper. Piper catches it, sends it over. Ends up behind the net with Western Washington in control.
They just have not been looking to the points as much as they should be, I think.
I agree, and unfortunately, this is the price they pay.
There we go.
Finger sends it over to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt now.
Just under a minute left in the power play.
Well, 2 minutes left, almost 2 minutes left of the second period.
Got to skate to those. We have to skate to the passes.
Joel didn't get to it, and now it ends up back in the Wolverine zone. Eisenstadt with one chasing hard. Eisenstadt sends it over to Keston. Keston sends it over to Clark, just off the stick of Clark. And now it's dumped back down. Eisenstadt moving a little slowly now. Keston trying to get it out, and he does, but unfortunately Western Washington picks it up with 19 seconds remaining in the penalty. Wolverines look to get one last attack. Maine brings it in. He gets sucked into the boards again. Maine down again. You can tell he's hurt from that one.
Look. Maybe a little extracurricular.
Keston now getting in with it. With the Western Washington player. Referee has to separate them.
You know, their captain came right in there and began with the extracurricular. Keston was having words, but still.
It looks like Maine is still down on the ice.
Again.
Trevor Fisher now talking with the officials. Looks like it'll take a while to get things sorted out. Looks like Maine can skate under his own power, which is good.
Attaboy.
We're glad to see him.
That's 3 big hits he's taken in 2 games.
And Maine is an integral part of the team. He's very aggressive. He does well as a center, positions himself well, and plays with a lot of heart.
He always seems to be around the puck.
5 seconds left on the penalty. We'll wait to see where everything shakes out and where the face-off will be. Looks like the draw will be inside the Viking zone.
Still have 5 seconds left on the power play.
Minute 28 left in the period. And it looks like after all that, they will bring the face-off just outside the zone as Trevor Fisher looks to take the draw. He wins it back, and now Peterson dumps it deep, goes behind the net. There's Joel Clark. Western Washington with it now at their own blue line. They bring it up.
So Western Washington back at full strength.
Now it's on the boards.
Over a minute left here. Maybe we can get something going.
Sent over, and now we have Jeff Dubinsky skating it. He looks, tries to send it over to Fisher, but gets caught by a Western Washington stick. Fisher now battling for it behind the net. Fisher trying to tie up the player. The sent up, dumped back around. 45 seconds left. It's sent up, and Western Washington looks to get an opportunity here. Peterson keeps it out, but a miscue now, and Western Washington recovers, but they give it right back to Dubinsky. Dubinsky now tries to fire it out of the zone, and he does. Western Washington looking to re-enter. Peterson with it. Now to Joel Clark. Joel Clark dumps it down.
Under half a minute left here.
Looks like no icing on this call, on this play. Western Washington with the stretch pass. And it's hidden, no icing. Palmer elects to shoot it out. Another opportunity for Western Washington. Good stick check and good glove by Palmer.
Yes, it was. A lot of black shirts collapsing on that net.
Looks like the referee going over there to stop some tension between Peterson and the Viking player before it ever began. 11 seconds remaining. And Wolverines win the draw. Eisenstadt has it back in the corner. He's checked by 2 players. Fighting for the puck. Good job for Eisenstadt to keep it down. Fisher assisting him. He gets hit, and it looks like there's going to be a penalty.
Oh, we're going to start the easy, boys.
Keston looking to get into it.
Looks like we're going to start the period on a power play.
The stick was straight to the face there.
We need to stop here right now. We need to stop.
And lots of bodies on the ice after the whistle.
Well, that's a lot of white shirts being surrounded by a lot of black shirts. Don't know if I'm liking the odds there. Although that was a pretty even period. Shots are almost even. They still lead by 1.
Like I said, this is a good opportunity, though, for them to come back after this rest, come into the third period on a power play, set up, and do what we saw before. If they can replicate the teamwork and the puck movement that they were doing before, find a clear lane, they can tie this game up easy.
I think what you just said is key. The puck movement is really what we need to do on this power play when we come back out. Everybody will have fresh legs, and we should be rip-roaring and ready to go.
Well, thank you for joining us for the second period of play. We will join you again after the intermission. Begin the third period of play. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Scott, this has been a great game to watch, hasn't it?
It really has, I got to tell you. And they've played right up to where they should be. The game's 2-1. It's not a blowout, and they're right in the middle of it all. And the beauty part of this third period, they're starting out on the power play. I don't like some of the hits that they're taking. A lot of elbows from the Western Washington crew. But they've weathered the storm, so let's see how we can do here.
Absolutely. UVU is keeping them to a record low, 13 shots. I think this is the lowest shots that UVU's had against them coming into the third period all season long.
Yeah, I believe so. We're getting shots. We're getting opportunities.
And now the play begins as now.
So it's good puck movement on the power play that's going to... Here we go.
All right, it's at the point now. Eisenstadt tries to send it in. It's off a shin guard. Over to Clark. Clark can't handle it, and now Western Washington. Like you said, Western Washington now with it. They send it up, and they send it deep into the zone. They need to set up, like you said. Palmer handling it. He elects to send it all the way over for Alex Main. Alex Main sends it over to Hill. Hill coming in with it on the left side. Hill.
All right, patience, my
sends
friend.
It up to the point. Point.
Nice.
Shot in.
There's a slapper.
Just off of the shin guard. And
those are the ones that could lead, that are very dangerous because off of somebody's ankle or shin guard, and boy, they can pick it up and have an odd man rush right away.
And now you're right. And now Western Washington almost keeps it in the zone, but they don't. Logan Hill now sends it over to his teammate Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt coming up the neutral ice. Eisenstadt coming up the right side now as he enters the zone alone. He sends it over. Maine can't catch it, and it's dumped down again. 1 minute left in the penalty. Palmer now handling it.
We haven't even got a shot on goal on this one, so we really need to be patient here. And here we go.
Now it's sent up as Guthrie tries to catch it, but he misses the pass. And it goes back down as Noah Finger brings it behind the net. He sends it around. Piper, miscue. Piper.
This is all really nonchalant.
UVU not playing with the same intensity they had at the end of the second period. Now they look, with now 20 seconds remaining, they're going to have... Oh, and the puck is missed. Looks like there's a call on the play. Icing, or offsides. Only 15 seconds left in the power play.
What was the whistle for?
The whistle was for offsides.
Okay. Must have been offside. The computer screen was blocking this in. It must have been down here because they looked like they were onside on the other
That's absolutely right.
Line.
At the end of the zone, Mick Guthrie, now Charlie Fisher, but squeaks out, and now looks like Western Washington is going to get an odd man chance. Oh, and he dekes around. Open ice. But good job by the UVU defense to not give him a clear shot.
We are playing much better defense tonight.
McDonald sends it over.
Washington full squad.
It's sent up, and it goes all the way down. It looks like there's no icing. Palmer handles it.
They are really
stingy
on the icing calls this evening, aren't they?
They have been. Palmer was close there, too. Now look, UVU trying to enter the attacking third and get another opportunity. Centered it over to Koopman. Koopman can't catch it. Western Washington does, and they bring it into the neutral zone. Western Washington coming up on the right side. Good job by Fisher to intercept. He sends it back to Dubinsky. Dubinsky sends it up. It's caught.
Was a nice tape-to-tape pass there across ice. Here we go. We're moving into the zone.
Fisher entering the zone.
You guys got to go with him.
Now we have Peterson checking against. Peterson has been a very physical player during this entire game.
No question. And
now scrum along the boards. It squeaks out. Logan Hill trying to catch it, but he can't. Now Western Washington bringing it around their own net.
On that side of the ice.
Western Washington sending it over, trying to catch it. Joel Clark now sends it back, but somebody was changing, so he didn't have the body there. All right, they do enter the attacking zone now. Logan Hill shot on, but it's off.
It's going to come out the zone.
Tyler Keston wings it back, blind pass. Good job.
Nice check.
Eisenstadt to keep him off the puck. Keston now fighting for position. He has it in his feet, but it goes back down. Alex Main joins the fray. And now UVU skates out with it. Clark out to Main, or Eisenstadt rather. Eisenstadt coming in on that right side. He enters the zone with speed. Shot in. It's off the pads. Down in the corner. Western Washington controlling it as they send it around. They look to get it out with time. Missed pass, and now UVU intercepts it in the neutral zone. Hill coming in. Somebody tags up, and then Hill enters the zone. Shot in.
Glove save.
That was probably the best opportunity, one of the first real opportunities they've had this period.
Yeah. I'm just going to throw this out there for you. Not a big Kiss fan.
Now we have Michael Gerke to take the face-off. He wins it, sends it back to Stewart. Stewart to the point. Shot in.
Wow.
Almost deflected there for another goal.
A lot of UVU players on the ice. That puck went right over the top of two of them. Lewis Hopper and I can't see who else that is.
I think
20.
that's Michael Gerke, number 20.
Puck went right over the top of him.
Gerke to take the face-off again. And Gerke gets it back. Gerke, handling it in the corner, tries to send it over, hits a stick. Keston tries to keep it in, and he does. Narrowly escapes a bad opportunity. And now we have Jansen Eisenstadt coming around. He wings it around to Gerke. Gerke handles it, but he's got pressure. Squeaks out. Oh, no, it doesn't. Western Washington with another opportunity.
Boy, that was chipped by a Washington player right in front.
Sent over as Keston comes with it. Keston.
That was a nice move right there to get it clear.
Keston coming into the zone alone.
Gains the zone.
Oh, nasty hit.
And another hit behind the net.
Keston skating off from that one.
I think they're going to have to expect that there's going to be a lot more hitting in this period than there has been the previous two.
I absolutely agree with you, Scott. Noah Finger behind the net. Finger sends it up to Hopper. Hopper sends it up. It's hit by Gerke to Stewart. Stewart fans on the pass. Sends it in, and now Piper has to chase. Piper
Just two defensemen on the ice. All the forwards are behind the play. There we go. That was a nice interception.
Good job. Now Guthrie trying to keep him out, but he can't. Koopman coming in. Shot rings around to the point. Point is picked up by Western Washington. Western Washington, and it comes just out.
There's a happy youngster. Just get him. Maybe we get him a puck.
Now we have another opportunity for Western Washington as the face-off is inside the UVU zone. Oh. Draw goes early, but they don't get kicked out. Western Washington with it. Shot in. Good defense.
Yeah, we're not afraid to give up the body, and it's shown the whole game. We're getting in front of shooters.
And it's made all the difference this period.
Right in front of the shooter.
Off of Fisher and out of play. It looks like this one will now be inside the Western Washington zone. Good opportunity for the Wolverines.
How are they going to bring this face-off outside the zone?
Fisher to take the draw. It's sent back into the Western Washington zone as the Vikings send it over. They look to quarterback it out. They come in with speed into the Wolverine zone. Drop pass, but it's broken up by the defense. Western Washington bounces out, heads over to the other side as now it's on the point. Western Washington sends it in deep to the corner, but it skates. It comes out. Now Michael Gerke, or Andrew Piper rather, sends it around. And Western Washington
the wholesale
comes up
change
with it.
here. Got a lot of...
Barely offsides. That could have been a dangerous opportunity.
It was definitely a dangerous opportunity. All of our sweaters were on the opposite side of the ice. We went for a wholesale change of all 5 players, and he had nothing but a clear shot to the goal.
We got lucky, and fortunately now we're going to have a face-off inside the Viking zone. Good opportunity for them to bounce out. Joe Clark to take the draw. Clark wins the draw back to Dubinsky. Dubinsky wheeling around. Mishandles it, and now Western Washington sends it out, but it's intercepted by Peterson in mid-ice. Peterson trying to send it in. He does. Goes back behind the net.
We don't seem to be skating with the same intensity that we were.
I agree with you. And this is an opportunity. This is the
There we go. That's nice. That's okay. That's okay.
Hill chasing. Hill goes into the corner, knocks the other guy down. Looks like
you got a penalty there, boarding, and now that's going to be boarding.
It was a hard check into the boards. Western Washington player was just off balance when he got hit. Wasn't a hard hit, but obviously it did a lot of damage as the player remains down. He is moving, though.
Oh, he's getting up. Show him your medal, kid. Stand for us. There you go. There you go.
And the Western Washington player is assisted, but he is being brought.
Doesn't matter which squad. I always appreciate when they take big hits. Even if they're down for a bit, they get up and they skate off.
It shows a lot of heart and a lot of character.
It certainly does.
Looks like we're going to have a penalty again.
So
coincidental
I think
minors.
we're getting, it's going to be 2 penalties, 1 on each squad, UVU and Western Washington. I think Hoffman's going to get hit with retaliation while Logan Hill. And I'm looking at them chatting with each other in the box, and I think it was understood that the Western Washington player was a little off balance when he got hit.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I mean, it was a hit, but it wasn't as severe a hit from.
Oh, absolutely.
But we did get a 5-minute major for that.
Unfortunate. So it's going to be 4-on-4 now for the next 2 minutes, unless the refs decide that it's 5-on-5.
Problem with the 5-minute majors are they're in the box the entire 5 minutes. They could score 10 goals.
And it looks like Hill is getting sent out of the game.
He's been ejected.
Misconduct. That's going to hurt us late in the period, Scott. Logan Hill is
that's our #1 scorer.
Wolverines are going to have to change up the lines now in light of these new developments. Devin Wood there to take sit in the box for Logan Hill.
Yeah, he's going to serve his penalty.
The only good news is because of that retaliation penalty, we're going to cut down to 3 minutes of a major penalty. Not a situation we want to be in, though, and it's like we talked about earlier. And the unfortunate thing with Logan Hill there is that it wasn't intentional. Just bad timing.
Well, I won't say that he didn't mean to check him. I don't think he meant to check him when he was in that position, in an off-balance position.
Yeah. And shot in from the point now. As Wolverines carry behind the net, they begin the cycle. Send up to Finger. Finger loads up and shots. And almost. Good job by Clark to redirect that. Almost in. It's sent up, and now Western Washington looking to get a break. They like to try to get a stretch pass. Opt instead to slow it down and bring it back.
Opportunities there.
Joel Clark in chasing. Number 16, McDonald for the Vikings. Coming in, and he skates in alone. Shot, and goal!
Oh, what a shot. That went right over the blocker.
Perfect shot in the top corner there.
That was a gorgeous piece of hockey right there.
Wolverines go down 3-1. And like you said, Scott, because this is a major penalty, Wood won't come out. They're going to remain.
He'll be in there for almost 4.5 more minutes. And this is what really can deflate the sails of a team. They just...
Without a doubt. We have a minute and 20 seconds.
needs to answer back right now.
Especially in the minute and 20 seconds they have left of 4-on-4. He's offside, so he has to tag back up. He does. Now Western Washington keeping it in their own zone. Trying to kill some time. They send it over. Stick, but now good job by Fisher to wheel back around. He's coming in, and he's got help. Shot in, but it's right into the breadbasket. Covered up by Western Washington. 1 minute remaining in the penalty to Hoffman. Now Trevor Fisher to take the draw. Fisher wins it back to Dubinsky. Dubinsky looking to see if he can get a shot. Elects to send it between the legs to Piper. Piper in. It looks like it goes back into the corner now. Western Washington with it as they look to get a stretch pass. Elects to skate it in instead, and he does. Dumps it in, and they get a change. Piper now against the boards. Piper fighting for it alongside Fisher.
3 of the 4 players from Western Washington changed out, so fresh legs on their end. Skate right to the net.
Oh, behind the net! Or just right behind the goalie.
Whoa, that was another nice save. Boy, that puck was sitting in the crease.
That was
nobody around it.
We were very fortunate at Western Washington. Good hit by Fisher. Now it's up at the point. Western Washington with it. Send it over to the other point. Right up the top.
Right
It's coming down. High
Street.
slot. Shot.
Nice save. He had nobody between him and the goalie for what seemed to be a long time.
Fisher now behind the net. Fisher loses control. Falls down. Sends it out. Caught by Guthrie. Guthrie brings it out.
3 seconds left on 4-and-4.
And now it'll be another 3
UVU
minutes.
Changing out 2 of their players.
Western Washington.
Clark is back on the ice.
Sent up Henderson now with it. Looking to carry it in. He does. He goes around. Helped out by number 91. Over in the high slot.
Good
Shot.
good
Good
tee.
block by number 7, Owen Peterson.
Boy, right through the crease again with the puck.
Sent down by Clark. 11 minutes remaining in the
clear.
final period of regulation. Shots are tied at 17 apiece. Now as they go down in the corner, Western Washington brings it behind the net. Looking to center it. Shot off angle.
Ooh, that was dangerous.
Clark's deflection almost goes in. But it
Western
goes wide.
Washington player down in front of the net. He's up now and he's complaining to the official about a no call.
Now Western Washington with it in the corner. They send it up to the point. The player for Western Washington skating off to the bench. Looks like he's in pain.
Under 2 minutes left on their power play.
Number 3, Hoffman. Hoffman shooting in. Off the stick. Owen Peterson now with it. Gets caught up. Ties up the other player. Now Eisenstadt tries to help him out. Eisenstadt with it. Whips it around. But it's caught by the Western Washington player. Loses his stick. And now it's time. Good opportunity for Alex Main as he comes in. He only has 4 black jerseys.
He was sandwiched there.
Not much he could have done. Eisenstadt, good job to keep it in. Sends it back into the Western Washington zone. Minute 30 left in the penalty. As Noah Finger applies pressure. Good job. Oh, Alex Main is tied up.
They need to send that puck the distance. We get a blade on it. We need to not think about skating it out here. Just getting it out of the zone.
Western Washington says it at the point. Point. Shot.
Boy, he was really patient with that shot, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, and good job by Palmer after the rebound to control it and glove it down. Not give him another opportunity.
That's some really good goaltending.
1 minute remaining before Devin Wood can rejoin the Wolverines. Western Washington leading in shots 19-17.
So just under a minute left on that power play.
Trevor Fisher to take the draw. Alongside fellow forward Mick Guthrie and defenseman Andrew Piper and Jeff Dubinsky. Fisher fights for the draw, and it's sent back up to the point. Western Washington handles it as they wheel.
Boy, the point on the right was calling for that big time.
Between the legs, it was a nasty opportunity. Had that been on net. Western Washington with it in the corner. It's poke checked. Guthrie going after it. It goes down to the corner. Good battle by Andrew Piper, but it's carried back behind the net by Western Washington. Western Washington looking to go.
There we go.
Good job by Dubinsky.
Yeah,
Pinch.
it was.
Dubinsky going around, but it goes back. Good job by Piper to try and get it out. Oh, off the blocker, and it's out. Dubinsky trying to get it, but it's still held on by Washington.
They moved the puck really well.
Send it. Ooh, close. Almost.
Nice glove save. He spun all the way around and had that in his glove. He was actually facing the net.
A scary, scary situation for the Wolverines. Disaster has been avoided. Only 11 seconds left in the power play.
Both squads fully changing.
Joel Clark back into the face-off circle. It's good to see him taking face-offs again. For the first 2 periods, he was mainly on the wing. Looks like he's feeling a little more comfortable.
Well, I think they need his expertise at this right now. We need to gain control of the puck more.
As he looks to draw it back to his defenseman, Owen Peterson. He does. Peterson now has it, carries it behind the net, wings it around, and it gets out.
And goes the distance. Beautiful. Just what they needed at that point.
Wood rejoins the group, and now Wolverines are full strength.
Full strength.
Western Washington sends it up. Peterson can't catch it. The puck ends up in the corner now. Eisenstadt with it. Fighting for it against the boards against two players. Joel Clark joins in the fray. It's poked out. Joel Clark coming up with it, coming back behind the net. He sends it up to Wood. Wood trying to catch it but lost his edge. Wood almost catches it, but he doesn't have his stick down. Sent up, and now Maine with it likes to dump it in. He changes. And Western Washington
4 of the 5 players change.
Western Washington.
He had a head of steam. I thought he was going to go all the way with the puck.
Looks like he dumps it in. Now Owen Peterson trying to catch it. He does. Sends it high off the glass, but it ends up at the point for Western Washington. It's down low now. Good hit by Owen Peterson. As now Joel Clark attempts to help out. Tries to grab the puck. Scrum on the board, and so Western Washington comes out with it. Good hit by Noah Finger. Sent up Koopman. Gloved back in. Is now Koopman. Tries to send it around to Guthrie. Guthrie picks it up.
Watch it. Oh,
He's
I thought
coming.
He was skating for a big hit.
Looked like it. Shot in. It's gloved easily by Western Washington. But you're right, Scott. I totally thought he was going for it, but he backed off at the last second.
One of the things going on with us right now is we're getting the puck into our offensive zone, but only one player's going at a time. The rest of them are all trailing, and we're not dumping the pass to the trailer. We're taking the shot, and nobody's collapsing on the net.
And you've seen it time and time again this whole game. Now Guthrie with it, looking to send it up at the point, but he doesn't get enough on it. Now Western Washington trying to get it, and another behind-the-back blind pass. Seems to be a favorite play of some players. Dean Koopman now in the corner. Koopman fighting in the corner. Western Washington coming up with it, tries to get a pass, almost intercepted by Jeff Dubinsky. Dubinsky with it now, though, carries it at center ice, goes back around, tries to send it up, but nobody's wheeling. Fisher tries to get it, but can't, and it's back with Western Washington. Western Washington looking for the breakout. They regain possession as they go in, but it's sent out, and the Wolverines catch it. They send it back out. Ooh, hit on the open ice for Trevor Fisher. Fisher loses his stick, and now Noah Finger sends it up for Dubinsky. Dubinsky doesn't catch it, and now Western Washington holds the line. Western Washington tries to send it in Main Street. Now Fisher with it. It likes to dump it out. Looks like it'll be icing against the Wolverines.
We've said it a number of times in this game, but the defense really has stepped up in this game. They're playing to where, Thursday night it wasn't just the defense. The entire team was deflated.
Yeah,
last night they began to pick it up a lot, and tonight they've really been picking it up.
You can see the difference in the score. You can see the difference in the level of play. That's
the
good.
Goals that Western Washington has scored have been tough goals to get.
Absolutely. Fisher wins the drawback. Nobody there, though. And now it looks like it's Noah Finger. Noah Finger with it, skating up the middle. Or Jeff Dubinsky, rather. Dubinsky sends it up, but it's picked up by Western Washington as everyone changes for UVU. Almost. Wood now chasing. It's up on the center ice. Oh, and a fall for Western Washington. Western Washington
over the logo.
Western Washington now enters the zone. Try to send it in, but it's intercepted by the Wolverines.
Nobody
it's sent
there.
out. Hoffman now
Don't do that.
brings it up. It's on the boards. Devin Wood, instead of chasing, likes to go for a change. It's now behind the net with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in regulation. UVU is down by 2 goals. Ooh, nice opportunity for Gerke.
That
Gerke
slowed
couldn't.
it way down. Oh,
And now up the middle. Good poke check by Keston. Another opportunity and great sliding save
it really
by
was
Palmer.
a great save off of some really wonderful passing. They moved that puck around the net 3 times in about 2 seconds to get that shot.
And Palmer read him that whole way, and you could see in that slide, he chose, he went, and he made the save. Huge here in this late in the period.
But kudos to the goalie. I mean, he slid right over, followed the play.
Joel Clark to take the face off. He wins it back. Now Tyler Keston flips it up, tries to get it out, but it's gloved down. try to call for a hand pass, but since UVU touches it, Palmer now with it, tries to send it. He sends it back over to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt with it. Sends it up. It's touched by Western Washington. Now Joel Clark with it coming up. He's got support, but unfortunately Maine falls. Western Washington with it now behind the net. Less than 5 minutes remaining. Western Washington sends it up. Eisenstadt tries to just poke check it, but unfortunately leads to an opportunity. Good pressure. Good hit by Eisenstadt.
That was a nice body.
Ooh, but good keep-in by the Vikings. Eisenstadt now with it behind the net.
It's getting a little chippy in front of the
You can
net.
see Peterson, and even Palmer there giving him a little shove.
Yeah.
Eisenstadt tries to send it in, and another puck comes out.
A couple of fans going home with a couple of black dots. Well, I do like seeing that we're not just letting people camp out in our crease. I said it was getting a little chippy. It's definitely getting a little pushy shovey down there.
And you're totally seeing that. It's only going to get worse as the game goes on. For the first time, somebody's actually kicked out of the face-off circle. As Fisher leans in to take the draw. Western Washington wins it back as the Vikings look to get into the zone, and they do. They enter. They wheel it down. Peterson with a hit. Ooh, could have been a dangerous opportunity, but a good poke check by the defense. Good job by Peterson to keep it out.
We really have to keep our feet moving here.
Koopman sends it over to Piper. Piper can't handle it, but dishes it out. Now Guthrie coming in. Guthrie almost loses it. Oh, just in the feet of Fisher. Fisher didn't know where it was.
He almost was offsides. His body came in before the puck, but he maintained the line.
Last line of defense.
That was some beautiful puck movement there. Sticking. Here we go. We got
Now,
something going here.
Peterson coming up. He tries to dish it out, but it looks like it's picked up by Western Washington. Peterson punishes him. Now Andrew Piper coming in. Looks like, ooh, big hit on Piper. Piper loses his stick. Piper a little slow to get up, but he goes back to the bench. Now Fisher with it behind the net, looking for another opportunity. It's poke checked away.
Zone. We need our defense, our points to come into the zone.
All right, now Stewart with it, looking for a shot. Oh, he loses his balance now. With it, sends it down. Ooh, and it goes just up into the netting.
He hung on that just a little too long.
And part of it, I think, was part of his balance. Had he gained his balance a little earlier, he could have ripped a good shot.
He was losing his edges right in front of the net where he could have dug in and took a shot. One thing UVU's doing here right now is they're going short shifting, so they're quick changes, fresh legs out there constantly. I haven't seen a shift longer than about 25-30 seconds in the past 4 minutes.
And only 3 minutes left to play. The Wolverines are going to have to make a move if they want to tie this game. Joe Clark to take the face-off. Looking to go back to Noah Finger. And Western Washington ends up with it as they come in new center ice. Now Dubinsky going in. Stewart with it, loses it in his feet. Now it's down in the corner as they look to center it. Oh, dangerous move! Palmer scrambling for it. He's down, but UVU comes up with it. Finger off a skate. Now Dubinsky with it. Dubinsky skates through.
Where we should be skating it out of the zone.
Dubinsky with it now, trying to skate.
That puck up right in front of it.
Dubinsky.
Right in front of Main Street.
It's sent in now, but Western Washington. Dubinsky on the second on the follow-up. Good work for him and good positioning. Now Alex Maine. Ooh, and another opportunity and a goal!
Nice.
Beautiful takeaway and backhand right through the 5-hole to score. With 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, this is still a game, Scott.
No question about it. No question. And it's not out of their reach.
Who scored that, Scott? Did you see?
I did not.
Whoever.
Wholesale changed again. See, our changes are coming up quick. I don't expect to see our goalie in the net much longer. We're going to go for 6 skaters here, I would imagine.
I agree. Probably around the 2-minute mark.
Real soon. As soon as we gain the zone. That was a nice poke check.
Now it's sent. It's in front of the net. Now Eisenstadt skating it, trying to wheel, tries to pass it over. Guthrie can't handle it. It gets off his skate. Western Washington with it. Looks like it was Alex Main. Keston tries to send it up, but it looks like it's sent in by Koopman. Guthrie trying to get it. And now it's Jensen Eisenstadt deep in the zone.
Just
looking
under
to
2 minutes.
Sends it up to Fisher. Fisher sends it over to Keston. Keston with it, fires off the body. Ooh, and Keston coming back to try and prevent an opportunity. Ooh, and it looks like good job. Great job by Keston to stop that opportunity for Western Washington.
Giving himself up for the team.
Hoffman now has it in front of the point. Koopman now tries to send it out, but Hoffman handles it. Hoffman keeps it in. Keston trying to get him out of the zone. Western Washington with it now.
Minute and a half left in the game.
UVU's going to have to get it out of the zone. Guthrie now
This is where we
checks.
need to be moving our feet.
Puck is held against the boards. Almost a minute left in play. And there's Trevor Fisher. Oh, and in a bad pass, he sends it. Oh, and another opportunity for Western Washington. Bad miscommunication by the Wolverines,
That might be
but
a
it sends
shot
down.
on goal.
Just out. There's no
They
icing
waved
called.
off icing there too.
Looks like a stick is out. Looks like we have a Western Washington player without a stick. 45 seconds remaining. Just trying to body him out without a stick. Now there's a scrum. Almost 30 seconds remaining. UVU has time
Clark
for one more attack.
cleared the puck.
All right, Noah Finger with it now with less than 30.
He needs to skate.
They're not going to have time to get an extra man, so this is the time. Finger sends it down, but it's in the Western Washington zone. 15 seconds left, but they do not have control.
Oh,
and
no.
now another breakaway for Western Washington. Landon Palmer can't handle it. And with 8 seconds remaining, they score again, 4-2. Western Washington now 24 shots to UVU's 21. It's sad, Scott.
That was not moving the puck in the neutral zone. We got it out of our defensive zone, moved it into the neutral zone, and 3 times we couldn't get it into our zone.
Now
And our entire team had moved up past the red line. It bumped off of somebody, and he just took it right in.
it's fired in by Finger. Dubinsky whips it in again, but the game ends.
But all in all, not a bad performance for UVU. We played much better defense. We just let it slip it a little at the end.
Perhaps that's the most frustrating part, Scott, is that they had so many opportunities. They could have had it. They played some of their best hockey this season.
No question.
Now cleaning up the mistakes.
I wholeheartedly agree with you.
Well, thanks for joining us, guys. We look to see you at our next game. And thanks for always supporting UVU hockey. I'm Caleb Pomar. And this is Scott Finger. Have a good one, guys.
And I'll see you in December.